Ваня, ёб твою мать, где ты? Ваня, Ваня! Что тут się делает? Ваня! Ваня, вставай! Вставай, Ваня! Ваня!
Нет!
Let's go, Ваня! Вставай!
Нет, пошел.
Вставай, Ваня! Мы musimy w bój! Пошли в бой! Вставай, Ваня!
Я не иду!
Идем в бой! Спецназ в бой!
Зима! Winter
Ну,
is coming!
завтра мы пошли в бой!
Нет, я не иду, это
We go to
зимно!
war! Ваня, вставай!
Водки не будет!
А будет водка! Африканская водка! Вставай, Ваня!
Что? Что?
Ваня, мы пошли в Африку!
Африку?
Да! Пошел за мной! Again, welcome from Poland from me, Mark
And Martin.
Today we have a special episode for you because we grabbed a SSU Kickstarter Babylon army box. We borrowed it from our friend and it's not yet even unpacked, so we will have the pleasure to unpack it and show you the contents. Also, as a bonus, as we won't have it for a long time, we will also talk about some of the units, the tactics, how to use them and what we think about them, how to use them in game.
SSU Spetsnaz Battle Group. What can we find inside? Let's look. The box is still
Spetsnaz units would open it already. Hurry up! You're not worth of the Soviet Union, soldier. Move it!
Yeah, 5-year plan.
It's 30 seconds plan. Okay, move it, move it, move it. They want to see what's inside.
Okay, here it comes. What we can find here. The first floor with infantry, the new 4th class Steel Frogs, the new infantry here, the red banner, and the second floor, new cards, new tanks, new tropical walkers with weapons, additional figures, additional weapons to mount. Okay, looks nice. What's more? Yep, everything is safe, no matter what.
The first squad we will talk about from the SSU army box are the Killers, and they are the rifle squad for this army.
How could you miss?
They are equipped with 3 AKs and a lot of heavy weapons. One of the guys has a sulfur thrower, which looks a lot like the MG with the water cooling from the previous minis. One of them has a DPM machine gun with a new ammo box on the back and a belt here on the right side. And 3 of the guys have machetes. All of them have machetes, in fact, and the rest have two of them has the RPG, so the Panzerfaust copied from the Germans in the game fluff, and AKs, so the pretty new weapons because the old infantry had Pepeshes. And this is how they look like. The detail, as we said, for the Babylon units is much better than the old Das Tactics units. The details have improved, the plastic is a bit harsh now, it's a different way of production of the minis, I guess, but it's very good. It's much better than it used to be, and there is a lot of more detail on the uniforms and the weapons. The second squad, just like in the previous box, is a close combat anti-tank squad. This time, also like in the Allies unit, we got the Shuttle Charge squad. So these are the saboteurs. They have 5 Shuttle Charges, 5 AKs, so they have a bit of long-range firepower compared to the Allied Saints. So they have range 4, just like the Axis counterparts, which are equipped with Panzerfausts. But this guy will have Shuttle Charges, so only range 1 for the main AT squad. Because that's their role, they go in and blow up buildings and tanks, let's say. This is their role in the battlefield. We have some new aggressive poses with machetes, so you can see that those guys want to get in close and hit in close combat. What's interesting, there's one guy that is holding a pistol. He has his AK on the back, as you can see here. But in his right hand he's carrying a pistol, a P38. We think it looks like an old German design, so maybe it's a war trophy, I don't know, but it's not on the card, so it's just a bonus for you to have a nice detail on the Mini. And just like the previous squads, these Minis are also quite good detail. They have a lot of stuff on their backs, so they have some backpacks, some canteens, also the machetes, the ones that don't carry them in their hands, and it's pretty good. Point costs and stat wise there is no much to talk about here. All close combat hard hitting AT squads in Babylon cost 5 points, the same with the Saboteurs, and they're pretty similar to the Saints, as I said, because they have the same weapon, the main weapon, the demo charges. They have more long range firepower because they have range 4 with those AKs, and that's the main difference. They are a good free 1 move 5 2 move squad. For 5 points, why not? Close combat AT squad. Okay, so now time for the SSU hero. Here I present to you the Podleitnant Vasily Kirichenko, the SSU Red Banner guy. And we won't talk about the Mini itself because it's a normal infantry guy, but just look at this banner, look at this, have a closer look. Let's get the camera to hold on to this because it's great. It's hard, a little bendy, okay, but it's hard plastic. And look at the detail, the amount of thing you can do with this when you're a good painter. This banner is really good. There is even a word here, you probably won't see it. It says Zverograd here in Russian. I don't know why it says Zverograd when we are in Africa and they got the banner for Actions in South America, according to the book, but it's great. This is a very nice detailed element, and it gives this hero a standout from the army. A big red banner, great stuff. Wow, the red banner must have costed a lot. It's 14 points. He's the most expensive hero in the whole Babylon army packs. The allied hero Machete Mac costs 9, and I guess the Axis Hyena girl costs 8, and his costs 13. That's a lot. But what you pay? We pay for the Follow Me. You throw a dice, and on a faction hit, all of the guys around you with infantry 1 and 2 in line of sight, they can move to action for free. So it's pretty powerful. But sadly the second action, the Red Banner, only works for rallying, so only works in Dust Battlefield, not in Dust Tactics. So I guess it's a bit overpriced for Tactics guy, 14 points. I guess you should be able to cross out this Red Banner when you don't play Battlefield and pay, I don't know, 12, maybe 13, because the Follow Me is great, but it's nothing special. Also he's an officer, so he needs to cost at least this 9-10 points. As for an officer, it's a very good ability for any hero, and the Follow Me is great, but the Red Banner, it's sad that it's only working in Battlefield. I don't like this, that some heroes have stats that only work in the Battlefield system, not in Tactic, because the price is the same and you cannot use all of the abilities. Weapons wise, there is nothing special, so he only got an AK-45 like the rest of the infantry and 1 machete, so it's all the same, and he has 2-5 movement rate and 4 health, so he's pretty expensive for a hero in my opinion, unless you are really good with this ability and you can use it in a good situation, then maybe he will be worth this 14 points, but it's for the more tactic strategic guys. For me it should be a point or 2 lower for this guy. And now it's time for the fun stuff, so the heavy hitting Armor 4 SSU Steel Wall Squad. SSU is the only one that has the Armor 4 units at the moment, and those guys are the best of the best because they have the nicest firepower and the best weapons in my opinion from the all Steel Guard squads. If you already play SSU and have old minis of Steel Guard like Snipers or Command Squad, you know the detail on those guys. They are very nice minis, they have a bit of move near the legs and you can move the torso around. The weapons and the design of the Mini itself is very good, as always. It's nice and has some little details in the back. They have those rubber hoses also, just like the previous ones, and the leg details are also very good. So those were always, Steel Guards were always one of my favorite SSU minis, and they are still very good. The only thing for me is that this guy with the machine gun, the others have the big guns, he's the only one that has the removable cover. The 2 other guys, the covers are set and they are glued in, so you cannot move them. So I would like those to be also able to remove them and have guys inside, but sadly they are already glued and there is no guy inside, I guess. The good detail is that he's already in the tropical version, so there's no winter cap on him, just a tropical cap, so it's good because you can know that he's in tropical, no not on the winter stuff. And I hope those guys have some air conditioning inside, because I would die in such a big metal box like those. Of course you can glue this in, so this guy is covered. And this is a very nice, very nicely detailed Armor 4 squad. Okay, so the point cost. Steel wall costs crazy 16 points, so these guys are almost like a tank. Pretty much Armor 4 and the ability to get saves on mags and shields is good, but for me 16, wow, this is a bit too expensive. It's not problem of this certain unit, but it's problem of the whole steel guards, in my opinion. They are a bit too expensive. In Dust Tactics 1.0 they were better, because they were easier to save, they have better cover, and they were hard to kill because a lot of weapons didn't even penetrate their armor, so you couldn't kill them, you needed special weapons. Now almost everything can kill them, they only get this cover like zombies, so wherever they are easy to cover, but still they die quite easily, and 16, it's a bit too much in my opinion. But all of those Steel Guard squads are overpriced, so nothing new here. But the good news is that this is the best combination of Steel Guard weapon in my opinion so far, because you got 3 weapons and all of them have similar range, so it's 6 range for the autoguns and the twin DSK. They have a lot of dice, they can hurt aircraft pretty good, so they're anti-air unit for SSU in my opinion, very good unit. And compared to other units like the snipers, the shotgun guys or the command squad, their armament is very good and very universal. So for me, if you play Steel Guards, if you like those units, the Steel Walls is a must-have. They are the best compared praise to their ability, of course forgetting this fact that all of the Steel Guard units are a bit overpriced. So a must-have for any SSU player in my opinion.
The new SSU Walker, the LXA, tropical version TSH, armed with Gatling guns, as we can see. What we got new? We got the new hull, tropical, with open top, as we can see here, we can detach it. What's the bad thing? We have to bend this element to receive this. What more? The new pilot with a tropical hat, additional MG here to get rid of pesky infantry, the new Gatling guns. What's more? I think they got the old KV-47 legs as the back, the same. The new LXA Walker cost 9 points, and what we got here? The Air Mobile. Well, every light walker of SSU got Air Mobile, so we can put it into transport helicopter and transport it anywhere on the map. Well, it's nice, but it's not air assault. The second thing, the damage resilient. Wow, that's the thing what we have, because it's only class 2 and 3 life. Well, that's very sad, because practically any infantry with basic weapon can hurt it. So, well, for the 9 points compared to the, for example, Hermann with I think 8 points or also 9, it's very not reliable. Okay, got smoke launchers for defense, but you have to launch this smoke and retreat, because the rules say that units inside the smoke are still visible. Well, armament. The dual 25mm Maxim Gatlings, 5 per 2, 4 per 2. Well, it's quite similar to the Heinrich or the, oh, maybe not Wildfire, got more dices. But we've got additional DHK for the range 6 and the Maxim for 10. So it's, well, it's unit that sits tight in the back of your army and make a support fire. It's not frontal assault walker. Here comes the Anatoly tropical version, the first SSU light walker armed with Tesla, that we can see here. That new light Tesla guns, also with the new hull with the open roof. And what we can see, it's got the MG on this, I think, silly device. The previously walker had also this thing, so we can mount it here or put it here, removing this thing. What's more, as you can see, maybe not, there's a little stick tape, because we got some problems that left arm, also on the previously Walker, just fall down. I don't know why, it's not enough material, too big hole, I don't know, that's a thing that annoyed me a lot. In overall, Walker looks very nice, the quality also is on a very high level. Anatoly cost is 12 points, what we got for that. It's air mobile, damage resilient, smoke launchers, everything was in the previously. But he's got Tesla. This Tesla weapon don't have a lot of dices, only 3, but these 3 dices are also to the 6 and 7 class of vehicles, so we can hurt even the biggest badass. And also we got a salvo, so we can double the dices, not 3 but 6, and that's the, I think, nice threat. What's more, the Tesla weapon makes enemy units stunned, so they lost at least 1 action. And for example, they can do sustain attack or move and sustain, they probably have to retreat. The creme de la creme of SSU armor, the Joseph Stalin 6th class tank. What we can see here is well-known KV-2 fridge style turret, armed with the big anti-tank gun, the flamethrower, MG on top, MG on the chassis, and the rear MG to cover against close combat squads. What we can see here is the old chassis, well known, but come on, let's go. We can't remove it, as you can see, the top of it, to change with the other walkers, so I think it's very sad. We can see the additional thing that was not in the old tanks are the pilot. Okay, I just can't, work. It's the pilot that we can put inside here. Can open and close it. That's very nice detail. Such a small thing, but looks nice. The additional MG has also got a lot of details, like in the previous walkers. A lot of details, like the old production. And what we can see, or what we can see, is the additional plate armor here. If you don't have it, the Dust Studio are sending them. All information how to receive this plate you can find in the description of this movie. The one thing I don't like is when you put the gun up, there is a hole. Why there is a hole? Why there is no additional thing to cover it? It looks very sad. Of course the tank, don't shoot in the air, but that does not look very nice. Joseph Stalin cost 22 points. What we can got for that is the well known for this chassis damage resilient, tank riders, 6 guys. It's tracked, as we can see, it's obvious, and grenade and flame weapon. What we can see, yeah, this gun has a lot. For example, from 3 to 5 dices against the infantry, because the 5 or 3 man squad. Very deadly cannon. To 4th class, it's already, when hit, it's already dead. And 6 points for the class 5 and 5 points for 7. Well, that's statistics similar to the Koenigsegg Lothar or the Punisher. They got 2 dices for the 2 guns and with very similar damage rate. Also, very versatile unit, because we can only not use it in the open battles using gun and MGs, but the well-known 8045 flamethrower, very known from Beria tank. Only range 2, but range 2 for flamethrower, it's a lot. It can just clear the building in one attack. Additional MG, 2 of them, one on the top, the second on the chassis. So as we can see, the additional description, only 1 MG can shoot into the aircraft. And very pesky for close combat squads, rear DHK MG that fight on close combat. So any units like apes or zombies trying to destroy it have to face with MG with at least 3 dices. That's not a lot, but no cover against close combat weapons. Classic 6 class chases got 5 points of life. That's not a lot, but damage resilient can save this tank against the big threat.
So, that's all for today. Big thanks for watching. I hope you liked the unboxing of the SSU army and that you will face it or play it a lot of times in the Babylon campaign. Stay tuned and subscribe our channel, because just after Christmas we will be showing you the best tactics and summary of the Babylon units for Axis and Allies and the book. So, see you then, have a great Christmas, all the best, and well, until next time. Bye!
Bye! Okay. So, it's working?
It's good. One DPM machine gun and
with a tropical hat and fully. Come on! Yeah. Вот техника.